समाप्त करता हूँ। धन्यवाद
थैंक यू
सभापति।
श्रीमती सुप्रिया सुले।
Sir, I stand here in support of the banking bill today. And I would like to ask a few questions and highlight a few points and a few suggestions to the Honorable Finance Minister of India. She has brought in this bill with a good intention of improving banking, which we all are happy to be a part of that system, with more transparency and make sure that every depositor and investor is protected. What does a bank bring to you? Bank is a relationship only of trust. You trust the bank, that's why you go to a bank. So clearly, when it's a relationship of trust, the first thing you expect is protection in that relationship. So I appreciate what she has done, but I'd like to ask her a few questions which she could kindly answer in her reply. Is in point 3, clause B, you have the suggestion given is regarding the tenure of the directors in the cooperative banks. My suggestion to the Honorable Finance Minister is, like when we did the Companies Act, we had made it prospective. So whether you make it 8 years or 10 years, whatever you've recommended, can we make sure that it's prospective? Because what will happen if right now there's such a big change in the system, there will be a whole generation of people, of directors, who will have to either be moved out. So that could create a huge disruption. So why not make it prospective? So starting from this year, it's a suggestion. Maybe you can put it a few years here and there. But I think it will help the industry. So it could be a plan of the next 5 to 10 years that a new crop, if you're probably wishing to bring in. Because in cooperative, sir, like you and I get elected, in the cooperative banking, they're elected members. So an elected member, they have capped it. I don't know what the intention of the government is to cap it. I'm sure it's a very noble intention. But if it's prospective, it will really help the industry. Hence, I'm making this recommendation to her. In the second point where she has talked about governance, standardization, and making sure that the depositors are protected. Sir, I have this question, which in the PMC case, the Honorable Finance Minister was most helpful the last time when we reached out to her for help in this case. But there's another bank called Shivaji Bhosle Sahakari Bank in Maharashtra, which is a cooperative bank. And there are many banks pan-India where the investors are not protected. Then they put the 5 lakh rupee cap when you say the normal reply from the government is that 95% people get their deposits back. It's only the 5% who don't get it. It's the large ones. Sir, from 5 to 10 to 15 to 25 is not a large amount. And what happens in these kind, I'm going to make a very pragmatic statement now, is really if somebody does a financial fraud in this country, should we put them in jail? Should be the first action. My question is, it's an humble suggestion which has come to me from people in my constituency and my state, that when there is a financial fraud, you pick up somebody, put them in jail. They are sitting in jail for 10 years, for I'll say. Nothing happens. People are still suffering. They don't get their money back. So what is the big advantage of arresting somebody? I'm not saying don't arrest them. What I'm trying to suggest is, why not first make that person pay back to all the poor people who he owes or she owes the money to, and then put them in jail or whatever system you want. So in any financial fraud, because what happens is the PMC, like an example, which she has been very indulgent towards us in helping,